Hmm.
Yeah, hello. So here we will explain you about the animation which will carried out. So first let me show your 3D view, the model which we have created. So this is the model. Actually, this is a water dispenser along with the RO casing, which is on the top side. And the bottom there is extra 10 liter, 20
20
liter tank.
liter.
So this is IoT based module, and you had have to animate part by part. Like this is the first part, then second. Sorry, the first part will be dispenser. Second part will be RO filtration, and third part will be the
This the 20 liter tank, right?
yeah.
So what you have to concentrate right now is to actually show or highlight the features of the product itself. Basically, it contains three modules. So first is RO module, second is dispenser module, and third is water tank, extra 20 liter water tank at the bottom. You first have to animate, like you have to proceed through showing the complete body first, like show a complete model first, or however you want to choreograph it. That's not an issue, but you have to show the complete model, and then you can like proceed towards one module at a time. So if you pick dispenser first, try to remove the front of it because these are detachable parts. I think the model has detachable parts here. You can remove it and then you can highlight the one feature at a time. So basically you can either go through the flow of water, following the flow of water from where it passes. You can highlight that feature. If it passes from like you can highlight there is a 10 liter there is a 10 liter water storage inside the dispenser itself. Then there is hot water storage, cold water storage. Then you can go to compressors, condenser, and all the piping. You can show it, animate the water through it, like whatever software you are using. And then there is the IoT module, or should I say circuit boxes. There are three circuit boxes inside it. One is behind the front part of the dispenser. One is under the mid plate of the body, and one is at the bottom. So this is for electricity, the incoming electricity. The power source is connected at the bottom. उस पे concentrate करोगे bottom वाले पे. This one is the in the bottom. This one is for the incoming electricity. The IoT module under the base plate is the one where every processing and all the sensors work. There are multiple sensors in the body. First one I should highlight is these are the what type of sensors are these?
Solenoid.
These are solenoid sensors, and there are. Can you explain about the sensors in these two tanks?
Yeah, actually, solenoid works as the actuators. When the person or the customer will click on your smartphone to get the water after the payment, the solenoid activated automatically over the IoT module, which is connected right at its bottom. So it is actuated, and the water will flow. The water will flow based upon your requirements. Like if you need the normal water, this uh, actuator or solenoid will activate. If you need hot water, then this actuator will turn on. And if you need cold water, and this is for hot water. Okay, and there are two thermo couple
Thermostat.
sorry
Uh,
thermostat. So thermostat will basically measure the temperature of the hot water tank, and there is a complete winding over here. You can see the winding means like it is totally it's a cooling system. So the capillary and the gas will move inside, circulate inside the capillary, and sin there is a condenser over here.
The
So
whole
you
refrigeration system is already like assembled here. The coolant should flow inside. I don't think you need to animate those, but I try to concentrate on showing the sensors involved. So basically, you have thermostats, you have these solenoid switches, and I think we have the sensor in the tank too for measuring the height. Or you can just add a sensor over there if it isn't there. I don't know if it's there. I'll give you one request I have is that if you are able to model something in your software, try to add a thermocol layer around the cold water tank. On the tank, right side tank, on which there is a winding, like cover it in a thermocol cylinder type. That's all. It's a very simple thing. You just need to build a cylinder around it. That's all you have to do on the right side tank.
Yeah, this is the tank assembly. If you want to show it separately, you can show it
Yeah.
how the water flows. We have a heater inside the coil, heating coil, and this is the 10-liter tank. So inside there is a sensor you can see.
The sensor is this is a mechanical sensor. It is based on what is it called? I
Or
forgot.
leveling switch.
Yeah, leveling switch. You can just mark on the sensors on if you Azim, if you
Yeah.
can just take a screenshot and mark the sensor. That would be great for these guys.
Okay. Let me hide the top.
Zoom out and just take a photo. Zoom out and take one photo, and you can mark sensors on one photo itself. That's all.
Okay. But right now, like, so this is the sensor. So you have to see, you have to attach the sensor in the body, surface in this area. So it will don't worry about the wiring and all. It will not be visible because we haven't decided about the wiring. So it will be like hanging on the wall of the tank. Okay, so these are the outlets
No,
from where
what is the name of the sensor? Just write it down. The
the
switch, automatic switch, or whatever.
auto
Auto leveling.
auto labeling switch. So it's basically a mechanical sensor. When the water levels rises up to the certain level, automatically this is the floating point. Sorry, full floating body. So it will like trigger the switch and it will turn off the solenoid which we have like inserted there. Or it will automatically turn off the system like that. Okay. So
From the viewpoint of the animation, what you guys can do is that just you need to show this model and you just name the sensors, and if there is and write a small few lines or words around the working of the sensors. You don't need to give full detail or how it is working, what phenomena it is, whatever. There is no need of that. Just write the name of the sensor and what it does. That's all. Nothing else. It's like if you are looking solenoid, it controls the supply of water. That's all. Leveling switch, it measures the level of the water. That's all. You don't need to write anything else there. Okay, yeah, as in, and you can mark the whole cooling system like this compressor, condenser, this compressor, condenser, and these wirings. These are the part of cooling system. That's all you can write there. Uh, you don't need to show every detail, every nook and corner of the model. Just go through the features only. That's all.
yeah, whatever the I have written in the red points, you have to mention there.
Yeah.
Okay.
What
So
these parts are, these are necessary. Like you can mark these in the first, like once you are showing the complete model, you can show this, and then you can go to one module at a time and go through details and just mark out the sensors and every feature we are telling you right now. If you can make notes right down while viewing this video, that would be great, and that would be helpful. Yeah,
So
continue
actually,
on.
in this sketch, we try to explain you how the water flows. Okay, from the inlet where the user is going the input of the water. Like there is a hole you can see in the 3D CAD model. It will be easy, like There is a hole in the body. The user can insert the pipe there. Unfiltered water will directly go to the 20-liter tank. From 20-liter tank, it will directly suck to the
Filter
R.
would suck. Filter
Yeah,
would suck the water out. Like,
because we have a pump in the filter, so filter will suck the water and distribute among the like chambers, UV chambers, mineral tank, carbon filter, sedimentation tank, pre-filtration, post-filtration, and all those tanks are like, as you can see, we have all those tanks over here. Okay, so after filtration process completed, the filtered water go directly to the 10-liter tank, which is pure, and there you have a switch, as I already mentioned. So leveling switch will automatically start filling the water if it's below the level. And now if the user will click on a mobile phone, if if he or she want normal water, the actuators will be activated. The actuators present over here, it will get activated, like all three actuators, not all three, like whichever the requirement is, and based on that the tap will open, and like, and the water will flow out. Okay, so we will move on to the animation part, how you should proceed. So first, like, you have to overview the body. Like, you have to turn around completely. The camera should turn around. You have to disclose the body, or if you want, you don't like. But we have to give you full perspective of the body first. Okay. Later on, you can move to the certain like, we will be separating into three videos. Like, if you want
no,
to do it separately, like, and then we will combine later, it's up to your choice.
yeah.
Like,
However you want to do, it's up to your choice. But go to module by module. So, like first we picked this dispenser module. So basically, can you go on the first image on the piping one?
yeah.
First one. So basically, the pipes you are seeing outside the body, actually they flow in through inside the body. But for the purpose of simplicity in the explanation part, we have to put this on this diagram here outside. So basically, if you go back to that diagram, please. Yeah, these pipes at the top, if you consider just dispenser, these pipes coming at the top are basically those pipes that you saw were going out of the body, were coming from outside the body into the RO. So you can just go through this module and show that water is flowing from this side, from this side, just in the dispenser part, and highlight the sensors and features, and this is that tank, and this is that tank, and this is circuitry and modules and everything. Just don't need to write every precise detail. Just mark those and name those. That's all. And if you have a space left, you can just write small details about it. So, like if you are mentioning the solenoid switch, it controls the flow of the water according to the command. So that's all you need to do. Like he's writing, that's all you need to do, and just show the 3D model around, and that's all. Like you can, if you want to go to detail in this for the tanks, you can just switch off everything else and show all the tanks, and just zoom in on the tanks and mark the this is the capacity of this tank, this is the capacity of this tank, this is the capacity of this tank. And one more thing I want to add, the piping involving just the cooling, like the pipe which connects the outer rings around the tank, that cooling tank, and the compressor, the ring connecting them are copper pipes. So keep in mind, while you do this, you have to add the materials properly, and you have to mention that those pipes are you can just put the color there, that this is a copper pipe. And those tanks, the hot and cold tank, are also metal tanks, preferably steel. And the 10-liter tank on the top, the bigger tank on the top, is of plastic. So choose a plastic accordingly, which ever looks better in appearance. The outer frame of the body, you are seeing these are metal, iron legs. And this bottom rectangle, like this part, yeah, this one. This one is also metal, and this one up here also is metal above the tank, right? Above this the part which just got highlighted is plastic. So this top casing, where you see the hole for the bottle, so you can just highlight this part too, that you can show that other than supplying the water from outside, from external source, we also have the availability for usage of 20-liter bottle too. So you can add bottle, you can have a 20-liter bottle too if you don't have like 24-hour supply of water or something like that. If you want to use bottle, you can use bottle too. In that case, you can highlight this too. This is also plastic. Choose some light color. It's okay. You can choose gray. You can choose silver, whatever. Just don't choose over shiny, over like reds, blues. Just take light tones. And one more thing, the backside of the body, the front is a separate part, and backside of the body, all three left side are is a separate part. That is a sheet metal part, so choose preferably some aluminum or steel type material, which should have texture. And front is a plastic, so you can choose some good color for the plastic accordingly. There is a logo. I think I will give you a small detail around logo. It's a blue colored logo, and you can I'll give you the image of the logo, and you can choose the colors from that logo. We have the color for that logo. This is the grill. If there is a extra there is water leaking out of the tank, there is extra overflow, the water won't fall on the floor, or fall inside the body. Actually, there is a small container on the small container here, so it will get filled up and it will store the water. And after that, the user can just take out the grill and take out that container and throw up the water. You can mark this feature too. There is a front on the front part, on the front of the face of the body, you'll see this small rectangle on the top, that contains the interface. So basically, it contains two switches, and three bulbs, three LEDs. So you can mark these are two switches, on and off switch. I think it was on and off switch and reset switch.
Yeah, it is a reset. The customer won't be clicking those switch. It's just for the client, so it's not visible. I guess in the future, like we will decide whether to be visible or not. As of now, you can make it visible. Okay, if
Just make it. It's actually a small sheet on the top of the bulbs and everything. So you can make it a plastic sheet, and behind that there is a bulb. So basically, you won't be clicking the bulb. It would look like it's a touch sensor and everything, but it's actually a clickable switch. So you can just shine the bulbs out, and then there are two switches. That's all. You don't need to show anything special there. Just mark there are on and off switches and three types of bulbs. That's all.
yeah, sometime if you have to showcase the logo, the company's logo, Slog5, so you can zoom in and zoom out there. Okay, so now we will move towards
The second module, the RO module. RO module is kept on the top of the body. So basically, if someone wants to take an RO module, or he has a supply of water with him, if he doesn't have a tank of clean water, he can take a RO module. And what RO module is, it's simply an RO system kept in a sheet metal box. So this is the sheet metal box. We can put the colors accordingly. Arrow basically, we were discussing about the colors of the arrow itself, because you would be removing the sheet metal and showing the. You don't need to show where the water goes from this tank to that tank. Everything. Just remember that you have to highlight every possible claim, every tank. You have to highlight. How can I say? Mention every
yeah,
feature of this RO system. So I think he's writing. There's RO, there's UV, there's UF, there's sedimentary, there are carbon filter. I think we'll write down here. That would be better.
sedimentation tanks, and this will be pre-filtration.
And there is a carbon filter too, I think, somewhere.
Yeah, then this is carbon filter. So This is the filtration process every household have. Like if you have in your home, you can figure out how it's work, how the water flows, and we will providing you the obj file. If you need any else, you can just tell us what if file is required. And basically the video should be of like 60 seconds, okay,
That's
not
all.
more.
Max, the upper limit is 60 seconds, and you can go up to 70 seconds, not more than 70 seconds. 70 second dead last point of the video. And one more thing, if you are thinking, the colors, and basically most of the filters or these types of things are white in color, and most of the piping, or you will see there are many L-shaped hinges everywhere. So those are blue in colors. Pipes are usually white and blue, and hinges are usually blue in color. And you can basically just go look at the arrow in your home, or check out on internet the image of the arrows, and basically most of the stuff is white and blue. That's all. And one more thing, that there is like a whole casing around it. This there is whole setup where it is like a whole grid around it. So that part is metal. You can choose steel or aluminum something, and that's all there it is on this
Like
part.
you have to mention your own color, the real scenario color. If you want to ask us, you can text us anytime. And the fix, you have to fix missing parts. Sometimes like we don't have your nut and bolt, and some parts is hanging around the ear, like somewhere. Surely we don't have, but if you will see, just tell us, or you can just delete, or you can add some uh, parts which will be fitted that position. Okay.
Yeah, basically sometime during the conversion of the files or everything, some stuff goes missing, or there is a very small detail we have missed from our part. You can just add it, or you can completely remove it, or you can ask us. That's not an issue. We are here for you. And everything else is done. One last thing I am missing, I think. Uh, we should just tell them about the 20-liter tank, like the bottom tank. That is the last module left.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
20-liter
yeah.
tank is last module. It is basically one small casing of a plastic tank. This is basically from inside. It is a plastic tank. So this whole part is a plastic, and then there is a sheet metal. On all three modules, you will find legs and top bracket and lower casing and everything. Those are metal. So it is like a grid around a housing for the tank, and that's all. That is metal, and then it is all covered with a sheet metal. So sheet metal, you can check, mostly sheet metal made of steel. So you can put a shiny steel or something like that. This is inside is a plastic, and then there is sheet metal covered around it with four legs holding it, like for giving it structural integrity. That's all there it is. And then there are two outlets, like in dispenser. I think you have shown it, but once again I'll explain. There is an inlet and there is an outlet. The inlet is coming from dispenser, and the outlet is going to RO system. So that's all here. That's all about this part, and everything else is done. Like I think I have told you about all the materials. Front is like high quality, some plastic fiber or something like that, and there are dispensers. If you want some you aren't able to decide the material of anything, you can just go and look on internet, like what does a compressor look like. So you will basically get that compressor usually are big metal cylinders. So there's black cylinders, so you can color it complete black. That's all. And at the end, once you have done every explaining, you can just zoom out and show the complete structure itself, and just mark once again all the filter dispenser. This is cold water, hot water, inlets and outlets and everything. I think we have written this wrong here. It's a not 10-liter, it's 20-liter tank here.
Okay, it's 20 liter. Yeah.
Yeah, just correct it. Basically, they might. Yeah, this
So
is a 20-liter tank. That's
along
all.
with this video link, you will receive one more video link, which will be like example video, product animation video. Just go through. It's a very small video. Like if you can able to, yeah. One more thing. See, you need to animate the flow of water from this tap. Okay, see, from the tap and falling inside the water, or else you can drain the water inside this mesh.
Yeah,
Okay, it will fall
it's up
and
to
it will drain.
you. So basically, just a small animation showing the flow of the water. That's all we need. Some of you might not be able to do it. I think the keyshot people won't be able to do it, but it's okay. There are Blender people here, so Blender guys, you can do that. The flow of the water, that's fine. And then there is a bottle you can flow. And one more thing, if you can highlight the flow of the water, like once just show one cycle of flow of water, you will see that in an example video. You don't need to like show the flow of the water, you just highlight the flow of the water, like this is where it's going. Small, like 2-3 seconds, just complete wind up of the flow of the water. That's all we need, not in very high details or everything. That's all we need here. Anything else if we are missing, you can just contact me. You mostly have our contact, so that's all.
And like you have, if you can mention, because the hot tank remains hot, you have to mention red color. So there is the coil, you can heat up the coil, like not heat up, like you can change the coil color as a red, so that the people can get to know, yeah, coil is heating, the water will get hot. And in the cooling tank you can like add some icy look, like in animation the
Like
people.
glowing blue color or glowing red color or something like that.
And
Visualize it. I think you guys can understand that part.
yeah, yeah. Chalo, then this much.
Anything else we are missing or you need any of this? I'll try to get a complete photo of this one and send it to you. But basically, this is all I can come up right now. Any detail I'm missing, ask me anytime. That's not an issue.
Chalo.
Okay.